Okay, in this segment I'll talk briefly about editing corpora that we've created. So let's say that we have these 6 corpora, but today we want to do some research on religion. So we're very quickly going to create a corpus dealing with Christianity, maybe 100 different articles from Wikipedia. So now we have a 304,000 word corpus dealing with Christianity, and let's say that we want to create another one dealing with Buddhism, and we'll just take 100 articles, and so now we have a corpus with 228,000 words. So we just very quickly created those corpora. But let's say that we are working with these corpora and we go in, we take a look at what's in our Christianity corpus, and we notice that the word Christian occurs in many contexts that don't really deal with religion. And so some of these deal with political parties. For example, Hans Christian Andersen, we say, no, we created our corpus too quickly. We weren't careful enough. So let's go ahead and delete those pages from our corpus. So we just highlight them, we delete them, and now when we take a look, we've only got 97 articles because we just deleted 3 of them. Let's say that another day we continue working with this corpus, and we're going in, we're taking a look at keywords, and we take a look at the most frequent noun plus noun in our Christianity corpus. And we see that hip hop is at the top of the list, and we say, hip hop? What in the world does that have to do with Christianity? And we see that there was an entry here on Christian hip hop, and we say, you know what, that doesn't really deal with Christianity in the way that we want. So if you see an entry in the keywording context that doesn't seem like it really fits, you can just click on the red cross here, and then it'll say, do you want to delete that article? And we say, yeah, we want to delete that. We come back and we look, for example, at noun plus noun, and notice that hip hop is not there anymore because that article's been deleted from our corpus. But let's say that we come and we're looking here and we see football player. We click on football player and we say, what does that have to do with Christianity? Oh, Abilene Christian University was also in this corpus that we created apparently too quickly. So we say, no, we don't want to have that one in our corpus either. We'll delete it. And now if we were to look for noun plus noun or any other keywords, football player is not going to be there. We've still got some bad entries here which tell us that we probably want to go in and refine our corpus even more. But anyway, that's a little bit on deleting entries from our corpus. Let's talk quickly about adding entries to our corpus, adding pages. So for example, let's say that, so we've got this corpus dealing with Buddhism, and if I wanted to rename that Buddhism, I can do that simply by clicking on the list name, going in, choosing rename, and I'm going to call it, for example, Buddhism, just so that it's a little bit more clear. So it's got 100 different articles in it. And let's say that we're looking through our meditation corpus, and we see that there's an entry here for transcendental meditation and Buddhist meditation. We say, you know what, those would be really nice pages to add to our Buddhism corpus. So we can simply select Buddhism from the list here, and if we choose Move To, it's going to take these pages out of meditation and put them into the Buddhism corpus. But in this case, we want to keep it in meditation. We just want to add it to our Buddhism corpus. So now when we do that and we click See All Lists, instead of 100 pages that we had in Buddhism, now we have 101. Why don't we have 102? Because we just added 2 pages, or so we thought. Well, it turns out that Buddhist meditation was already in our corpus because we looked for Buddhism, and so on when we created the corpus. But transcendental meditation was not in our Buddhism corpus, so that one did get added. So we have 100 plus 1. We now have 101 pages in our corpus. Let's take just a quick look at an even more complicated way that we can add pages to our virtual corpora. So notice that our Christianity corpus has 94 pages currently. Let's say that we're searching someday and we're looking for sacrament, which is a term that refers to Christianity. And so we say, find me articles dealing with sacrament. And it lists 100 here. Now, if we wanted, we could save this list as sacrament. But we say, no, what we want to do in this case is we want to add some of these pages to an existing corpus. So in order to do that, we'd, for example, say that maybe just we want to add the top 10 pages. So you can add all of them. You can add the top 3. You can add the top 10. You can go through, manually click these, however you want to do it. But we say anyway, yeah, these look pretty good. So now when we click on Save List, sure, we could save it as sacrament, or we can say no, add these pages from this search that we just did to our Christianity corpus. And now when we go back and take a look at that corpus, notice that we had 94 pages before. Now we just added 10. None of those were already in our Christianity corpus. So we have 94 plus 10. That gives us 104 articles in our corpus. Anyway, hopefully that gives you an idea of how you can delete, add to, and move pages from and into the different corpora that you've created.